I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with this, but there's a lot of darkness being spread through Islam. Whenever Islam comes to the forefront of national consciousness, despair, hopelessness, depression, fear starts to set in because it's a demonically inspired religion. It's not just another religion that we can get along with in a sort of peaceful, politic American society. It, Islam is a murderous, raping, perverse, violent cult. It's all it is. And so once people are invaded by Islamic people and they understand what it's all about, essentially it's Pirates of the Caribbean turned totally evil to the max. Um, that's what it is. Okay. There's two ways to respond to dark, bleak scenarios. One, you can do it the human way, or two, you can do it the God way. The human way is fake, is phony, it's optimism. But let the joy of the Lord be your strength. Put your chin up. Yeah, that's fake. It don't work. And it's also dishonest. Then there's the God way. You can't be dishonest with God. You can't fake it till you make it with God. And so if you're in a family or you're in a company where deception is the rule from morning until evening, you can't be that way with God. God's not about deception. Remember the Ten Commandments? It says, "Thou shalt not bear false testimony." You can't bear false testimony with God and get away with it, pal. You got to be real with God all the time. And so when it comes to something negative, dark, bleak, depressing, hopeless, despairing, negative, I'm going to tell you something. The only real way to handle this is the God way. The God way. Not human optimism, not sucking in your lip, not lifting your chin up and putting a fake smile on your face, not ignoring the news necessarily, although I think that has to be tempered majorly. Majorly. But it doesn't necessarily mean ignoring the news. You think God doesn't care about the things that go on in the world? The omniscient God? Our news channels only carry tiny little slivers of what happens. God sees that and all of the other stuff that's not covered by the news. So if you do things the God way, you're going to share in his heart. You're going to see what he sees, and you're going to care about what he cares about. And you're going to do things honestly. And you're going to be real with God all the time, honest with God. So one of the problems is in charismatic Christianity is the word of faith movement. It's based on lying to yourself. It's based on lying to others. It's based on lying to God. It's a deception ideology. I'm healed. I'm thanking God for my healing in advance. No, you're not. Stop lying to yourself. You're not healed. You're not healed. You're not healed. And there's no need to thank God in advance for your healing because he has not divinely healed you. So stop it. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to others. You're lying to God. The Bible doesn't teach you to act like that or talk like that or think like that. Jesus says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Anything further from this comes from the devil. Tell me that that's not positive confession. The New Testament calls the Holy Spirit a spirit of truth. A spirit of truth. So if you want to learn how to handle depression, anxiety, negativity, bleak scenarios, you've got to do it the real way, and that's the God way. Get rid of your positive confession, positive thinking, fake emotional optimism. It's lying. It's counter to the Ten Commandments. It's bearing false testimony to your neighbor. It's bearing false testimony to God. You're not healed. So stop bearing false testimony against yourself and against God. And that applies not just to, divine healing issues. It applies to anything that's negative in the world. Anything that's negative around you in the world, that applies the same. Stop this nonsense. It comes out of Christian Science and metaphysical mind over matter gobbledygook. It's nonsense and it's false testimony. So don't listen to people who teach that stuff. It's goofy. It's goofy. And that's not how you heal people anyway. You want to learn how to heal people with divine healing, then you need to read some books on healing. If you want to really get serious about being serious, you need to read John Wimber's book, Power Healing, and have some self-discipline to learn how this thing really works. You're not serious about it. That's why you never experience anything. You're just not serious about it. You're not disciplined enough to sit down and read a book. But that's just the divine healing piece. But I focused on that only because I think a lot of this false testimony, positive confession, name it, claim it, goofiness, which is just lying to yourself, starts there around the divine healing theme. It starts there and then it grows out from that. And charismatics are the most, in danger of this. Not Catholics, not Calvinists, it's charismatics who are in danger of that. So there's a lot of deception and self-deception and self-delusion that comes out of thinking like that. It's dishonesty. It's just plain dishonesty. It's not the spirit of truth. Jesus says you'll know the truth and the truth shall set you free. So stop lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're not attracted to him. You're not attracted to him. Why are you in a relationship with him? Huh? You're not attracted to her. Why are you in a relationship with her? You don't need to marry her. What are you doing? You're lying to yourself. You don't love him. You don't love her. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself to make people happy, right? Right? Somebody died in your family. Your business is doing horrible. Your stocks plummeted. You can't go to college. Something happened. Right? You want to do this the God way? Stop lying to yourself. You got to come to God with a clean conscience and pure honesty of all of your feelings of what's going on. When you do this, close your door, lock your door, put some earmuffs on so you can't hear the noise in the background. Close your door, lock your door, put some earmuffs on, come to God with honesty. Say, God, I'm really just really feeling really sad right now about this thing and that thing. God, I'll be honest with you, I love you, but sometimes I feel distance from your spirit, and I'm pretty angry about this and going on and that thing going on. I'll try to forgive this person, but honest, God, it's really hard for me to let it go. What possessed this person to act like this to me? Right? That's how you do it the God way. And then take that attitude of prayer into your charismatic worship on Sunday. And close your eyes most of the time and just focus on God. Don't think about the words of the songs. Don't think about the words of the songs. You come to him with a clean conscience and with honesty all the time. None of this fake it till you make it stuff. You can't fake it till you make it with God because God's the spirit of truth. And then you worship him in spirit and truth. And then you feel the presence of God. That's how you deal with dark stuff. That's how you deal with bleak stuff the God way.